and get after Khalil Shakir.
Let's do this. Now, do we have a clip we're going to play of Shaq this segment too? We do, of him talking to the media after getting drafted. We'll go there, but first, I mean, someone I heard call you Prater Damus, Nostradamus.
Huh? What?
Prater Damus, like being
Who
able
said that?
to predict an idiot, but he said it.
What was he talking about?
About how you kind of said, like you were kind of right on this. Like a lot of times,
was I right or kind of right?
You were right on it.
Okay.
We cover these Boise State kids, and we just kind of, I don't know, we think they're going to go a little earlier than they do. And you said you had a feeling that, you know what, Khalil Shakir is going to fall into that ballpark. He might go a little bit later than we thought. And I think we probably thought, earliest second, latest fourth, but he went in the fifth.
Yep.
148th overall to the Buffalo Bills.
Nobody was projecting the fifth round. I didn't see that anywhere. Very few in the second round, very few in the fourth round, a whole ton in the third round. That was the consensus. And I think we all based our opinions on the national media who was doing their research and coming up with the best that they could. So I think we kind of got sucked into that. Yes, we like Khalil Shakir. We wanted him to succeed. We wanted him to go high. And somebody asked me the other day why Khalil Shakir didn't go as high as he did. And I threw out a couple of different opinions. And one of the opinions is that we have a history of overinflating Boise State guys around here. And I don't think it's just a Boise State thing. I think this happens in every single market.
Yeah.
Every single market thinks that their guys are better. And then when the national guys kind of complement that with the same kind of feelings, it's easy to get sucked into it. But to me, Khalil Shakir did not get drafted in the second round, the third round, or the fourth round for several reasons. One, we all know that it's a deep, deep wide receiver class. You and I talked about Khalil Shakir having no superpower. I just mentioned we have a history around here of overinflating Boise State guys. How about the Senior Bowl mystery? How about an unknown issue? And how about TBD? We have no idea what the hell we're talking about. Somewhere on that list is the reason why Khalil Shakir dropped, I don't know, anywhere. He went 148th overall. I think most of the projections had him between 75 and 100. So let's say 50 to 75 spots that he dropped, costing himself roughly $1 million, maybe $1.5 million. He's not too worried about that right now. He's trying to make a roster, and he's got a good chance. And we're going to dive into that too with Bob and Bronco Focus. But so far, a little chip on the shoulder for Khalil Shakir.
And I like the fit, though, right? Can we at least agree on this? If this was Buffalo in the third round, we'd be ecstatic two different ways, right? Boise State fan would. You like the round that he went in, and you like the situation that he's with, I think, still. Josh Allen is going to complete. First off, how many quarterbacks on planet Earth are more physically gifted than Josh Allen? I don't know, a couple, maybe, right? I mean, Khalil goes into perfect quarterbacking hands. He's young, Mountain West. He can make every throw. He probably has the strongest arm in the league. Hell, he ran for 700 yards last year. Josh Allen did. Buffalo, they've been to the playoffs 3 straight years. Prater, Shaq's probably playing in a playoff game next year, right?
Well, let's get him on the roster first.
He's going to make the team.
He's going to make the team, but how competitive is he going to be? How productive is he going to be? I think it is a good spot, but it's not a great spot. He's going to at least start off as the number 5th, number 6th, maybe number 7th wide receiver. That's not great.
I think he can be the 4th.
He could be the 4th. But at very, very best, we're looking at the 4th here. But they've got, as we all know, Stephon Diggs, by the way, remember what round he went in?
No. Was he a 5th?
146th pick.
Dang, round. Okay.
Two spots. Stephon Diggs.
All
if
pro.
You're worried about Khalil Shakir, Stephon Diggs, a potential Hall of Famer and the rock star of this wide receiver room, went in the 5th round, 146, 2 spots ahead of Khalil Shakir. He's rock solid. Jamison Crowder is going to be a rock solid just for this season. They signed a 1-year deal with Jamison Crowder, and they brought him in for a reason. He's going to be productive. Gabriel Davis, he's going to be there as well. And I think even this Isaiah McKenzie kid is going to be a young project that they're working on. They're going to take care of Shaquille. They're going to take Shaq very, very slow. When they drafted Gabriel Davis and had his 2020 rookie season, very, very, very slow production, taught him every wide receiver position. We're very patient with him. He's going to make the team. Yeah, but I think he's probably going to be the 5th or 6th wide receiver with a very limited role. as he grows. They look at this maybe as more of a long-term project, kind of like they did with Gabriel Davis. Go back and look at what Gabriel Davis is doing with the Bills. Round 4 guy with steady production. They're teaching him the whole system. I think he's going to be that guy. If you think Khalil Shakir is going to show up and be an impact player right off the bat, not happening.
Jamison Crowder is an excellent slot receiver, too.
Yes.
He's their replacement for losing Cole Beasley.
Correct.
And this is a beautiful move for Jamison Crowder, too. He's been playing with the Jets. He's had quarterback issues. Now that's going to be a smooth transition. That's the guy I think Khalil needs to learn from the most is Jamison Crowder.
Agreed.
Who's carved out a really nice career for himself.
Yes, he has.
He just hasn't played with great quarterbacks. So, yeah, it might not be a 50-catch rookie season. It might be 27-catch rookie season. Maybe they use him in special teams, the return game. There's 17 games now in this season. Dudes get hurt in this league. Shaq just needs to be ready when he's asked to be ready, and hopefully he will be ready at that point. And, yeah, let's go Buffalo. I mean, we're going to see some Buffalo Bill jerseys around Boise, I think, wearing that number 10. By the way, if you haven't seen it, he's going to be number 10 for the Bills. And Khalil Shakir, it's finally all happened. Maybe not the way we thought or sliced it or diced it, but here he is, and he's going to try to prove a lot of people wrong.
I think even 20 catches is going to be an awful lot for Khalil. I'm thinking maybe
you just don't think they're going to use him much.
I just don't. I think he's going to be very, 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 very limited role in terms of how they're going to use him. Mostly special teams and in certain spot situations. Now, the good news here is you've talked about a couple of people. Beasley, he's gone. 82 catches. Emmanuel Sanders, he's gone. 42 catches. Breida, I know he wasn't a wide receiver, but he caught 7 passes. He's gone. 131 catches are out the door for the Buffalo Bills. Somebody's going to have to pick those up. They got 2 monster tight ends in Knox and O.J. Howard. I love O.J. Howard. I keep waiting for him to explode in the NFL.
And Knox had a good year last year.
And Knox is a growing star at that position. They got a couple of running backs that can catch the ball out of the backfield. I don't think catching the Buffalo, Josh Allen has plenty of weapons to throw the ball to. If you talk about tight ends, if you talk about the wide receivers, and if you talk about the running backs, Khalil Shakir might be option 8 through 10 when we get on the football field next fall. But that's okay. That's absolutely okay. He got put in a situation where he can go off and be patient, not have to be pressured into it. I think it's a really, really good situation for him. By the way, do you know who his quarterback coach, his offensive coordinator, Ken Dorsey.
Miami Hurricane quarterback. Yep.
Heisman Trophy finalist. He's been a quarterback coach there for the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And his wide receiver coach, Chad Hall, Air Force running back, the 2007 Mountain West Offensive Player of the Year.
Damn, look at Prater in the research department. Now, just so you know, Prater has little interns that run around and they hand him these nuggets. He doesn't look any of this stuff up on his own. All kidding. Text me how many catches you think Khalil's going to have his rookie year, 208-424-9300.
Here's another thing to keep in mind as we put all the pieces together. They signed, I think, about a dozen undrafted free agents. They signed the free agents. As soon as the draft was over, the Bills signed about a dozen free agents. 3 of them were wide receivers.
I saw that.
3 of them were wide receivers.
I saw that. Neil Peru, Keith Corbin, and Malik Williams.
Yeah, the Pau kid is out of BYU, monster kid, 6'4", 215. I thought he was a really good player.
They got that kid.
And I think he's got a chance to really stick.
Keith
Corbin out of Jackson State. He played for Deion Sanders last year, so he's got some hops and some talent. I kind of keep an eye on that kid. And then another kid, Malik Williams, out of Appalachian State. So they got 3 pretty good free agent wide receivers. I think they're desperate at wide receiver for some depth and some production on the back end. And I think that they got 3 free agents just in case, some of this doesn't work out. There's a couple of other bums on this staff. There's an XFL reject.
Tomato cans.
Yeah, there's another kid here that's got 1 career game. There's another guy I've never heard of. So they've got all kinds of options. Khalil Shakir is going to rise at least to the top part of that, the half part. But just be patient. I think it's going to be I kind of visualize a Cedric Wilson type of career. Cedric Wilson was 5th round, 6th round.
Yeah, didn't even hear from him his rookie year. Didn't he miss the entire year, I believe, with an injury or second year?
Yeah,
it took a while.
I think it's, injury aside, I think the career trajectory that Cedric Wilson is having is exactly where Khalil Shakir is going to go.
Let's get to Khalil Shakir. After being drafted, he met with the Buffalo media and some others, and JP put a master little piece together. JP, let's get to Shakir with the Buffalo media.
just reading about you a little bit, I know people are familiar with your game a little bit. You seem to be a do-it-all type of football player, not just a wide receiver, if you will. Can you kind of go into that and kind of what you bring to the table as a player out there?
My versatility, shows on film, but, getting drafted, being a part of Bills Mafia now, whatever the team needs me to do, whether that's receiver, whether that's line up in the backfield, whatever it is, I'm gonna do it, and they're gonna get my all. And they got a true dog today. And I'm definitely excited to get up there and just get to work.
Can you tell us a little bit about your interactions with the Bills throughout the pre-draft process?
Yeah, the Bills, I talked to the Bills a lot throughout the pre-draft process. One of the first teams that I talked to within Zoom meetings and all that, and, kind of doing those pre-draft interviews, and, in the back of my head, I just couldn't stop thinking about the talks that I had with the Bills. So I guess it was a match made in heaven. I'm truly excited to get to work. I'm just excited for this opportunity. God bless me to be in the spot that I am right now, and I'm just truly thankful.
And last one, have you thought about playing with Josh Allen yet? How exciting that's going to be.
It's going to be really exciting. And I don't know if he remembers me, but I was a freshman when he was a senior, and he was at Wyoming. I was at Boise. So I played a little bit, so we'll definitely see. But I'm excited to get to work with him. Obviously, he's a guy. He's shown that, he's one of the best in the league. He can do it all from the quarterback standpoint. I'm just excited to get up there, get to work, earn his respect, first of all, and, just make sure that I go ahead and leave a good first impression.
So tell us, what is it like, man? What's going on in your mind getting the opportunity to play right away with a Super Bowl contender?
I mean, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I'm sitting here just trying to, get my thoughts together. The family's going crazy inside right now. And it's like, get the opportunity to go in there and celebrate with them after this. But I can't even put the words together to show how excited I am to get to work and to get up there and just, show what I can do, showcase my talent. And I'm just, like I said, I'm excited to get up there already.
What's it going to be like to learn from a guy in Stephon Diggs?
It's going to be crazy. I'm not even sure how I'll react the first time seeing him. He's been a guy that I've been watching ever since, I can remember. And I'm a guy who studies the game and studied the great receivers in the league right now. And he's one of those guys. He's one of the top guys in the league right now. So just to get the opportunity to learn from him, pick his brain a little bit. Like I said with Josh Allen, earn Diggs' respect. First thing first. Earn his respect and show that I belong there. That's first thing on the list. But I'm just excited to get to work with him.
Last but not least, what are some of your strong suits that you feel that can help this team?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I'm not going to sit here and say that I can do this or I can do that. The work is going to show. I'm going to get up there and just work my tail off, work my tail off every single day. Make sure that the people in the organization know that this pick was a really, really good pick for them. I'm gonna give them all, and I'm gonna give them more. So I'm gonna give it 100,000%. They're gonna get somebody who's just excited, humbled, and just excited to get to work with everybody.
Special teams return game. Tell us a little bit about your experience in that, and maybe how you think it can transition here to the league.
Yeah, I mean, I've had the opportunity throughout my college career to learn from great returners who are in the league right now. So that and watching a lot of film on it as well. That's something that I believe I can bring to the table if that's what the Bills need me to do. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say I want to do this or I want to do that. I'm going to do whatever the team wants me to do, whatever the organization wants me to do, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And I'm going to do it at an elite level. Just whatever they need me to do, I'm there to do it. So.
And what interactions did you potentially have with Ken Dorsey throughout this process?
Yeah, like I said, just going back to obviously my agent's been in contact with them a lot, and as well as through the interview process and everything like that. So, like I said, man, it's been a blessing. And in the back of my head, I just had a feeling that it was the Bills the whole time. So I was just sitting there waiting patiently, and when I finally got the call, I'm struggling to put words together right now.
That's Khalil Shakir meeting with the Buffalo media there in Prater. I was going to say it too. That reporter asked the question. I mean, the Bills are, I can say they're Super Bowl candidates, right?
Oh, sure.
I mean, Khalil Shakir has a legit shot to get a ring on his finger year one, or at least play for a team at some opportunity in the next 2 to 5 years to get to a Super Bowl. And getting to a Super Bowl with Buffalo, with that team, Bills Mafia, that fan base, that's going to be a hell of a ride for Shaq, and it's one I hope he gets to do.
You're putting him in the Super Bowl. Come on, Ballgame.
I'm saying it's a legit opportunity. I'm not putting him anywhere, Prater. All right,
I think Shakir, but I think he may have miscalculated a year, by the way. I'm not sure him and Josh Allen ever competed together.
Yeah,
because Josh Allen's last year, I think, was 17. Because he went in the 18 draft.
It was.
And I believe Khalil was a true freshman for 18.
Was he a red shirt? No. Did Shaq red shirt? I wasn't in town. I was in Oregon doing
I will have to
then.
double check that, but I'm not sure that he did. But
so Shaq might have, okay, interesting.
He may have to introduce himself when he walks in the locker room.
All right, guys, a member of the Boise State basketball team is not coming back. JP has those details. Concert week continues, hooking you up with corn tickets next hour. We're Prater on the Ballgame. This is Idaho Sports Talk, KTIK, The Ticket.
This is Idaho Sports Talk with Prater in the Ballgame on Sports Radio 95.3 FM and 1350 AM. The Ticket.
Everyone loves